Hi and welcome to this week's vlog. Today I thought I would just do a quick life lately update. I haven't done one for a while, since last year sometime I think, possibly before we went to Florida. So I thought it was about time just to get you caught up.
She likes oversharing with outfits and swearing, admiring her tats while she plays with all her cats. Her disability gives her superpower, agility to holiday and live the right way. Stellasaurus.
So not a lot has really been happening. Things have been pretty quiet. We're trying to save some money. Florida financially crippled us last year. We're not looking to go this year, but we are looking to go in 2024, so we're sort of trying to save towards that. And whereas our previous holidays we had our inheritance to sort of bolster the cost, we don't have that now, so we have to save all of the money on our own. So we're trying not to sort of spend much or, you know, have any fun so that we can go on holiday next year. That being said, we are making an effort to go out and do something at least once a weekend. Nothing big, nothing expensive. We've been looking at the accessible beaches that we can find in our local area, so the southwest of England. There aren't a huge amount of accessible beaches, which is a bit of a nightmare. We found a couple. We've got a couple on our list to check out to see if we can get to those beaches. We visited Shorebridge in Shaw Prior recently. That was really lovely, and we've got plans to go up onto Dartmoor and on the moors and stuff, and I think we're going to go and have a look at Looe Beach one day. So we've got some sort of days out, not even days, like just drives and little walks, I guess, just to get us out of the house. We've got those planned. We've got some theme park trips planned. I think our next one, we're looking to go to Chessington at the end of May. Neil wants to go on their new roller coaster, which opens mid-May, so we're looking to go to Chessington at the end of May, and I think we're going to have a couple of days there so that I can see the animals and we can really make the most of our time. And we think we might do Paultons Park on the way to Chessington as well, so Neil can get some roller coaster creds in there as well. And obviously I'll do vlogs from all of those places, let you know what the accessibility and stuff of that's like. So yeah, we're both working. I was recently promoted from a band 3 up into a band 4. I've now got a couple of staff that I line manage, so that's really exciting. It's a little bit more money and I don't often bang my own drum, but I am really good at my job. I am exceptional at my job, so it's really nice to be recognised for that, I guess. So yeah, it's not, you know, it's not huge, it's not a huge promotion really in the NHS, but going from a band 3 into a band 4 is a pretty big deal for me and a long time coming, so that was quite exciting. It was Valentine's Day recently and Neil took me to a Japanese restaurant called Cuckoo, which was amazing. They had a really great gluten-free choice. It was expensive. The gluten-free choice was really good, and I had an amazing Japanese meal, sushi and teriyaki chicken and steamed rice. It was just a really good meal. I think we're definitely going to go back there to Cuckoo at some point. I will leave a link below if you are local to the area. They also are on delivery for their sushi, and I highly recommend the sushi. It's lovely stuff. So I'll leave that link below so you can check it out if you want. We did also make the decision to go a week after Valentine's Day so it wouldn't be as busy. So that was a really good choice. We also checked out Hubbox for breakfast recently. We love Hubbox. We've been there a lot for their burgers. They do a really good gluten-free burger, and they do gluten-free onion rings and buttermilk chicken tenders and hummus? Fried, not hummus. Oh my god, I've completely forgotten the word. The squeaky cheese. What's the squeaky cheese called? Anyway, they do really good gluten-free fried onion rings and squeaky cheese and chicken tenders. So we went and gave them a go for breakfast because I think they've they've not been doing breakfast long, and oh my god, I had gluten-free pancakes, and they are hands down the best gluten-free pancakes I've ever had, except for my mum's, which are more like crepes, so they don't count, but like proper American style pancakes with maple bacon, and oh my god, they were stunning. They were so good. So again, if you're local to the area, or I think Hubbox have quite a few branches, so if you've got a Hubbox near you, definitely go and check them out for breakfast. Definitely get the pancakes because they are outstanding. So that's enough about what I've been eating lately. I mean, you don't get to be as chubby as me without eating lots of pancakes. But yeah, other than eating, I've also been doing a little bit of reading, not a huge amount. I'm finding it quite difficult to get into books at the moment. So if you've got any tips on how you get back into reading after a reading slump, please let me know, because I'm really struggling to get back into books. I did read a book recently. It was called Happy State, and I did a mini review on my Instagram, which I'll leave the link for below. And it was sort of a dystopian thriller, which I enjoyed. It was a really easy read. I've just not been inclined to pick up any more books since. So yeah, like I said, if you've got any tips to get back into reading, drop them below. I've been watching a lot of television. The series I have actually been watching and nearly finished. I think I've got one episode left. I've been watching Good Girls on Netflix. I really enjoyed the first couple of seasons. I think the third and fourth seasons have been, especially the fourth, have been pretty far-fetched. But it's, you know, it's good fun to have on in the background. It's silly, you know, the women are the anti-hero, and it's been alright to watch in the background. Like I said, I've only got, I think, one episode of that left, and I'm not sure what to start watching next. All of ER is on 4 on demand, so I love ER, big ER fan, far superior to Grey's Anatomy. Also, I've been seeing a lot of clips of the American version of Shameless, and I'm kind of tempted to watch that, so I might watch that next. I don't know, there's a bit of a choice out there. I haven't really decided what I'm going to watch next. Neil and I together, we've been watching Abbott Elementary. The new series of Ted Lasso just started. We watched the first part of the latest series of You, which was alright so far. I personally didn't like season 2 or 3, and I am enjoying this 4th season a little bit more. Just, I guess, wait to see where it goes. We've also been enjoying Shrinking. We think that's really good, and we've just watched the first episode of Schmigadoon, which I kind of love it. Neil's not sold on it yet, but I kind of love it. So I'm interested to see the rest of Schmigadoon. So yeah, that's the TV we've been watching lately. What have you been watching lately? Is there anything you recommend? Should I watch Shameless? Have you seen it? Is it worth a watch? I don't know, let me know below what you think. Or if you think of something else that I could watch next. I watched a bunch of, like, I guess, young adult dramas. So I watched The Last Bus and The Midnight Club, and one about ghosts that I, again, cannot remember the name of. Halloumi! That's what the squeaky cheese is called. Hubbox do fried halloumi, and it's amazing. Anyway, so yeah, that's it sort of in terms of TV and things. I haven't really watched any films lately. We watched The Menu, didn't think it was that good. It wasn't, I don't know, maybe it's a bit beyond me. I didn't really get it. It was alright. The other thing I've been watching a lot of is urban exploration videos. I love urban exploration. I love videos of, like, abandoned buildings. I find it absolutely fascinating, the stories behind why these buildings are empty, especially when you can tell that whoever lived there or worked there or whatever happened there, they just got up and walked out one day. I'm really fascinated by the stories behind why they left and why they left things behind. And so I've been watching a lot, and I mean a lot, of abandoned exploration videos lately. So much so that it is starting to encroach into my nightmares. I should start watching them at night, really. But I've been watching some guys called Abandoned, and a channel my brother recommended called Hell on Earth. I've also watched a couple of videos by a chap called Exploring with Danny, and if you like your northern men to fake poltergeist activity in a really hilarious way, but absolutely deadly seriously. Like, he hasn't just faked poltergeist activity. Definitely check out the Exploring with Danny channel because it's wild. But yeah, super into urban exploration at the moment, so if you can recommend any channels that do that sort of thing, send them my way. But yeah, that's it really. We're sort of just keeping ourselves to ourselves. If you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, you will know that we did sadly lose my baby Rocco just after Christmas. It was a really heartbreaking time for us. He was diagnosed with a very severe and serious heart condition very suddenly with no prior symptoms, and we lost him sort of within 2 weeks, and I've been absolutely heartbroken about it. That was a little while ago now. It's been a few months, and we have just put the deposit down on 2 new Sphynx kittens, a brother and a sister. We will be getting them at the end of April, and I am so excited. The person we're buying them off is a really lovely lady. The parents of these kittens have been tested for the heart disease that Rocco had, and they've both tested negative, so the likelihood of these new kittens having this kind of heart disease is quite slim. So that's really good. But when the kittens arrive, we will be introducing them to you on this channel. They obviously, all of my cats are a big part of my life, so I can't wait for you to meet the new kittens when we get them at the end of April. So that's all super exciting. Other news, health-wise, I had my first new infusion for my migraines last week. I did a little video about that, which I'll link below. I'm still waiting on back surgery. I'm still waiting on ankle surgery. I'm still waiting on like a formal diagnosis of what my dizziness and vertigo spells are. The sort of consensus now, it seems to be that I have, as well as my normal migraines, I have ocular and vestibular migraines, and I have auditory and visual hallucinations with those migraines, which is super fun. I actually had a migraine this week, my first one since my new infusion, and I did lose my vision. I couldn't see out of one eye and I couldn't see out of the other eye properly for a good few hours. This week I lost all the feeling in my fingers as well at the same time, and I had no choice but to sort of leave work sort of suddenly and take myself straight home to bed. It has eased off now. I still don't have any feeling in my fingers, but that sometimes can take a couple of days to come back, but at least I can see again, so that's good. That migraine was a bit of a killer this week and it has left me pretty exhausted. In terms of other health news, I'm still experiencing crazy bloating, crazy painful bloating, and I do now have quite serious burns to my stomach from trying to overcome the pain with a hot water bottle, which is the only thing that works. Now, I'm waiting on a face-to-face appointment with the colorectal team. I'm waiting on a face-to-face appointment with my urology team. It's all just one big fat waiting game at the moment, which is a bit of a nightmare, but there's not a lot I can do about it really, so I'm just sort of holding on, gripping my sanity the best that I can at the minute, hoping that some of these appointments and that come through soon and I get some resolutions. We'll see. But yeah, that's it for now. That is my Fast and Furious life update, I guess. I've also had a couple of new tattoos recently. I had a memorial piece done on my leg for Rocco, which I love. I've also had a bunch of prints of Rocco commissioned, and as soon as I've gotten all of those back, I will do a little video and show you some of the commissions that I got and tell you the amazing illustrators and designers that I got them from. I think that's all my news for now. I am off to water all my plants and watch the last episode of Good Girls. So that's it from me. That's my Life Lately update. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. do something with a bell, and I'll be back soon with another video.